there was an emphasis to get you the ball a lot more this week after somewhat of a slow week at SMU. What went into that game plan?
I think we just wanted to be more aggressive, and the matchups that we had on the outside, we wanted to take some shots and win those. And we took it upon ourselves. If the ball came our way, we were gonna come down with it, and that's what we told the offensive coordinators. That's what we told Jake, and we executed and were able to do that. So
I can think of a couple of plays where it was a jump ball of sorts, and you did just that. You came down with the ball. One, you're tied up with the cornerback that was pretty chatty. So what was that like to compete in the rivalry format with a guy that's constantly chirping in your ear?
I mean, it's football. Like, everyone's chirping, everyone's talking. It gets heated, and that's what you love it, you know. And I think really it comes down to your play, and that's what does the most talking. And just Jake played really well this game, and the whole offense was awesome. So shout out to Jake and him, you know, trusting us receivers and just trusting our game plan and going out and executing.
Why do you think there was no panic after the interception that he threw early in the game that allowed him to stay in it and not get out of it mentally?
I think our mentality going in is, you know, we're going to take some shots, and that means getting the ball in the air more and going up in contested situations and then coming down with plays. There was a time that they made a really good play on it, but it was part of the game plan, you know, of not worrying about it, letting it go in the past and keep taking shots and keep winning those jump balls. So it wasn't such a setback when that was our game plan going in, is just to be aggressive. And football, like, stuff happens when it comes down to there's other really good players. So
I know you haven't seen the film in depth, obviously. We're just a few minutes after the game, but looking back on things, what would you adjust on the offensive side to get ready and clean things up for Kansas State?
Just a couple little things when it comes to penalties, playing cleaner, and just coming down with a couple more contested catches, and just a couple reads that we can fix up. But I think we played great this game, and then this week against Kansas State, we're gonna fine-tune those little things and score every time we're in the red zone and be an unstoppable offense. And that's the things we're going to tweak this week, and you'll see it come Kansas State.
What'd you think of the overall atmosphere and reception here tonight at War Memorial Stadium?
Honestly, we're a little disappointed with the Wyoming fans. We thought they were going to be a little more toxic, a little more crazy. No, it was fun. I loved the atmosphere, and they were wild, and it was cool. But I guess when you start scoring points on them, they start to quiet down a little bit. So it was nice to hear them, you know, the loud like noises to quiet down a little bit after we make some plays. So it was fun.
I asked the same question to your teammate Keelan Marion, but you're part of a BYU team that was 3-0 in non-conference last year, and now you're 3-0 in non-conference this year. What are the differences between the two teams?
I think just how much we love each other and how much we're going to play for each other when we step on the field. There's so much camaraderie and coaches as well. I think they've stepped up a lot in that coming together mentality and being a team, and we've seen it in the offseason, and obviously these first 3 games. We just got to keep it rolling and keep playing for each other. Once we start getting selfish and in our own heads, and that's when we'll start not performing well. So if we can stay together and trust each other, then we'll keep winning games.
All right, I want to finish with 2 specific plays. The first is the first touchdown where Keanu Hill is wide open. Walk us through the play design there and what happened.
Yeah, so that's a little – Keanu kind of hides behind the line and then pokes out. All the, you know, receivers are running to the left side. And then there's Miles that made his amazing block. I think it was Miles. And that's what opened the play up, and why Keanu was able to walk in is Miles' effort, and that's why he's been playing a lot, and that's why he's been our guy. So if he keeps doing that, there's going to be a lot more of those wide open plays.
And secondly, as a guy who has returned some punts and kicks in your career, what'd you think of the Keelan Marion play, and why was it so successful?
We knew it was going to happen. I think the effort, obviously, on the kickoff return team when it came to blocking was phenomenal. And you go back and watch that play. I didn't get to watch it back, but seeing it live, there was some amazing blocks. And then obviously Keelan Marion's a stud, and he's going to do his thing. You saw it last year, and we just needed to trust it. Keep going at it and keep being aggressive. And I think that's the mentality we need to have if we're going to keep being that high-powered special teams team, offensive team, defensive team, just that confidence and that push to be great.
Chase, congratulations on another win over Wyoming. Safe travels back to Provo.
Appreciate it. Go Cougs.
Chase Roberts with Spencer a moment ago.